Hey guys, it's Campbell outside the shop today. Just giving everyone an update. Haven't shown the Firebird for quite a while. Let me here. Um, Looks a little different than the last time I showed it on here. I think last time it still had the 2.8 in it. Now it's a 350. We had it all up and running. This weekend was the high school challenge. Friday we got the car, or had the car all ready. Thursday night, went up Friday morning to load it. Didn't work quite right. What had been working perfectly the day or so before wasn't working the way it was supposed to. Ended up having to play with the carburetor for half an hour just to get it to run well enough to get on the trailer. Took it all the way to the racetrack. So I left home, 130 kilometers to the school, or 80 miles. Once I finally got this loaded and running, it was another 200 and some kilometers, 275 kilometers, something like that, to the racetrack. Got to the racetrack, that carburetor was still acting up. Luckily I grabbed a couple took with me. We swapped them, had the kids swap out the carbs. Still didn't do so well. We heard a very loud knocking coming from the bottom end. So one of the kids pulled the dipstick. We had just done an oil change on it a few weeks ago. There was no oil under it. It hadn't leaked anywhere, but it was empty. Can anyone tell me where 4 liters of oil would disappear to without there being a puddle of oil under the car? She ended up looking not too bad. We never got it lettered in time for the races, but she doesn't look too bad. Anyway, as we were trying to get it straightened out at the racetrack, knocking, there was some small troll living inside the engine trying to get out. And you can see right there, a bad sign when we had to use a chain to get it up here out of the way. So that was Friday. It's only a 2-day event. So, loaded it on the truck, headed for home. It's about 300 kilometers to my house from the racetrack, sort of big triangle. So all the way home Friday night, and unloaded this, pushed her off in the yard. Still looks nice. It'll run again. We don't give up. So I come all the way home, and the Impala that we won with last year was still sitting in my yard. Luckily, I procrastinate a lot and didn't get it done. So we took it. So that ended up being, well, by the time I got home Saturday night, I'd spent 14 hours in the seat of the truck in the 2 days, plus all the hours on the racetrack with this. Now, we didn't win with a car that had absolutely zero prep done beforehand. What happened to us is the kill switch, and in the high school drags you have to have a kill switch in the passenger's hand, in the instructor's hand, so we can shut it off just in case if anything goes terribly wrong. And it shut the car off at the starting line. So had to restart the car. Wasn't too bad, didn't take that long. And we ended up actually, even with the car shutting off at the starting line, it ran a faster time than it did last year for our dial-in that we won with. Or I think it ended up being the same thing. It was like 15:55. But the rest of the day, it run 15:14. It had several runs, 15:14, and top speed was, on the fastest run, was 93 miles an hour. Most of the kids had it in the 91, 92 mile an hour range. But The getting eliminated early actually played in our favor because it gave us a lot more time for runs with the kids that weren't in the competition, because you only have one driver for the competition. So getting beat early led us, because Saturday was delayed all day because the track was wet, so we didn't even start racing or start running cars down the track until 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. So we lost all Friday, didn't go down the track until after 2 o'clock on Saturday. So not many kids got trips down the racetrack in the car, and it's them driving with me with the kill switch. So getting defeated early, eliminated early, we weren't worried about trying to, preserve the car anymore, and we got lots of runs in. Everyone had a lot of fun. I think everyone, other than one kid that left early, everyone got at least 2 passes down the racetrack in the car, and one for a little girl that was cousin of one of the kids that we had. So, did we win? No. That's fine. We had fun. The big lesson, the big takeaway is we might get beat because parts failure or better car, better driver, but we'll never get beat because we give up. And let's see if maybe we go race in the fall. Till next time, keep your safety glasses on when you're out in the shop.